now, right now. Right 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 now, right now. Oh, I got a real good feeling.
We try to bring you high-quality educational and informational content every single day. Why do you think the price is having such an anemic time? The news story of the hour. Jump onto the chart. Is this the beginning of a massive financial unraveling? We got to add a little addendum to the show map today. So we start here on the daily. Now, we've been looking at the RSI on Bitcoin's daily chart for the last several days. It always has been, but it's been increasing over the last 50 years since we've been out there. The government has been getting bigger. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Do you have your coffee? Because today is ETF day. Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and welcome back to Coffee and Crypto Live. This is your week daily morning show where we bring you the latest and everything Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about none other than the last opportunity that you will likely ever get to buy Bitcoin at these exact levels. Right now, Bitcoin is trading below $45,000, and I'm very excited to bring you today's stream because I do believe that today, this very day, January 10th, Wednesday, 2024, we will be seeing an approval for the Bitcoin Blackrock Spot ETF along with Valkyrie, VanEck, ARK shares, and ARK and Grayscale. And this will likely begin our bull market rally all the way back to all-time high. So we've got quite a lot to talk about, as you can see. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Alex is here in the, coming first in chat. Sean O'Brien here as well. Mike Lowry, Marley 120 Thirst, RJ, Joey Van Englenberg, Herman Barbara, ya boy 91, Queen, Paul Torelli, The Drake Equation, Giannine Heath, Nick, Wesley, Tay Jones, Paul Mudlong, RN, AJ Knight, Haroon Ally. Man, it's getting harder to say everybody's names. By the time I say, hey guys, what's going on? We've already got like 300 people in chat nowadays. Leo's in chat. The French Toast Breakfast Club in chat. One House Productions. Golly, there's way too many people. I'm sorry. I'm going to try. But Bretchart Ricciart? That must be Gaelic. Good to see you. Bitcoin Tahoe, Ice Mail, Nick, Livey Cuts. Let me make sure I at least get all the green names. Queen's in chat. I have the Beholders in chat. Bjorn's in chat, Crypto Buffalo. Man, we got a lot of people here today. Really excited for everybody who has decided to tune into the stream today. It's going to be a big one. So let's get started. We got to start over here on CoinMarketCap. As you guys can see, we have Bitcoin trading around $45,000, and there's an article right here that I want to bring to your attention. This is a top community post on CoinMarketCap. Big breaking. Bloomberg analyst tweeted that the spot Bitcoin ETF will be accepted between 4 and 6 p.m. Go ahead and read this briefly. Well, actually, it's not even so much an article. It's just kind of a tweet here. This is something that I do believe is probably going to happen. I do believe that you're going to see an approval today. We've talked about why we're likely going to see an approval, but we will continue to talk about what will actually occur throughout the course of this stream. All right. Now, Ethereum is trading at $2,400. It has gone through a major rally in the last 48 hours, rallying from around $2,200 all the way up to around $2,500 before having a small correction overnight. It is up 10% in the last 7 days. Many of your favorite altcoins are on massive discount right now. Very, very, very exciting news for anybody who is interested in getting into some positions. We are getting one final last sale before we get this ETF approval. Solana trading at $93. Cardano at 49 cents. Cardano is a little bit like gasoline. It's almost always 0.99. So you basically have to round up a penny just the same way you have to do at the pump. It's basically at 50 cents right now. Avalanche, $34. Polkadot at $7. Chainlink is sitting at $14. That's not bad. Polygon went through a major correction, but it's bouncing a little bit. It's at 82 cents. ICP down 11% in the last 7 days. Major corrections going on many of your favorite altcoins. Great opportunities to lower your average cost basis and lower your entry, because there are some great opportunities out there for this bull market. Let's just go ahead and lay out the structure of what we're going to talk about today. First and foremost, we're going to talk about why I believe the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is going to be approved today by EOD. We are also going to be talking about what that will do to Bitcoin and what that will do to the altcoins. And then from there, we'll move into talking about how exactly we can prepare ourselves today, this very day in history, that will go down, I believe, in history, to prepare ourselves for the coming bull market. So let's get started. Why is a BlackRock Bitcoin ETF likely to be approved today? Well, we have a number of reasons that we believe that a BlackRock ETF and many of the other ETFs are going to be approved. Let's run down the list in no particular order. First and foremost, most of the applicants have invested the millions of dollars it takes to create advertisements for their ETFs. iShares has done this. Bitwise has done this. Many of the other ETF applicants have done this. They have put out commercials where they are detailing the ETF, and they would not all be doing that if they didn't have some kind of understanding that they believe that the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF and that the other ETFs, their ETFs, were going to be approved. Number two, and again, in no particular order, just running through many of the different reasons that we've seen in the news, kind of a bullet point list of all of the different things that are leading us to believe that this very day we're going to see an approval. Another part of the reason is because many of the co-founders, CEOs, and executive leadership that are over the very ETF today, as in Wednesday, January the 10th. We will also, according to him, be seeing trading start the very next day. We've got similar comments coming out of BlackRock. We've got similar comments coming out of Grayscale and some of their executive leaderships. Many of these different companies believe that they're going to see approval today. And of course, who else should we go to on any authority and ask whether or not the ETF is going to be approved? The two best people to ask whether the ETF is going to be approved are, in this order, the Securities and Exchange Commission themselves and the applicants. Well, it is very exciting to share with you my third reason why I believe that we are going to see an ETF application approval. And that comes from none other than the man, the myth, the infamous himself, Gary Gensler. I'm just kidding. Gary the Snail. I'm just kidding. Gary Gensler himself and everything that he's been putting on Twitter. If you're considering an investment in crypto assets, be cautious. Crypto asset securities may be marketed as new opportunities, but there are serious risks involved. Every day, not today so far, but every day, we have seen a new post on X from Gary Gensler kind of raining on the parade when it comes to cryptocurrency. And he's even mentioned Bitcoin in some of them. And to me, it really sounds like the death throes of a man that realizes he has lost the battle. I believe that Gary Gensler knows that there's going to be an approval because Gary Gensler is the one that gives the approval. He knows that there's going to be an approval or not because he is the guy that will actually give the approval. Okay? And I think he also probably relished in the fact that yesterday the SEC government's Twitter account got hacked, and somebody hacked the Twitter account and posted fake news that the ETF had been approved. We'll talk about that in a minute. That led to some very interesting trading activity. But he probably relished in the fact of saying the SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Oh man, he's probably so happy that he gets to say that one last time. The reason that I bring up the two best people to ask as to whether or not an ETF is going to be approved or not is the SEC themselves, Gary Gensler being the leader, and the applicants themselves. Gary Gensler's positioning leads us to believe that he will be approving a spot Bitcoin ETF. Every other time that ETFs have been denied, you've never seen him come out and put as much attention into be careful kind of speech as he's doing right now. You know in the movies where they have the mom that wraps the kid in like 15 layers of bubble wrap before he goes and rides a bike for the first time with training wheels, I might add. That's Gary Gensler right now. And that's what it just smells like when we read these posts of, if you're considering an investment involving crypto assets, be cautious. Don't get hurt. I'm being backed into a corner. I'm being forced to do this. I don't believe he would be putting that much attention into that unless he knew that an ETF was going to be approved. The second people to ask whether or not an ETF application is going to be approved are the applicants themselves, and they categorically, flat out, straight, as simple as day, say that they believe it's coming today. Okay, so those are some, not all, of the reasons why we believe an ETF application is going to be approved today. We also, of course, have the 8A, the 19.4Bs, all the other filings, all the other documents that signal that the applicants believe that an approval is coming. But we've also got the fact that ARK Investment's deadline is today, and for a multitude of reasons, we believe that we are going to see a We believe that we're going to see many of the ETFs approved all at once, mainly because Gary Gensler and the Securities and Exchange Commission does not want to be guilty of picking favorites. So, with all that said, I believe that we are going to see an approval today, or if we don't, there'll probably be a massive drop on the cryptocurrencies. All right? So let's talk a little bit about the chart, because this is what we're here for. We want to talk about how we can now see what's going to happen next on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And one of the first things I want to point out to you is this candle wick right here. Woo! Whoever hacked that Twitter account, I bet you they had a long open, or a short open, I guess. This was the candlestick within, let's go to the minute chart, shall we? This was the candlestick within a minute, within 4 minutes of that tweet coming out that the SEC had approved the ETF. In 3.5 minutes, Bitcoin rallies $1,000. Woo! That's some bullishness right there. 4 minutes later, Gary Gensler comes out, and in fact, I bet you we can actually, we did this with Sam Bankman-Fried and everything. I bet you we can find the exact time. 4:26 p.m., January 9th, 2024. January 9th, 4:26. If we look over here, what time was this that he posted this tweet? He posted this tweet right... Oh, man, actually, he was late to the punch. He posted over here. Oh, poor guy. Yeah, so you can see the fake news came out. Then it was reported very quickly that it was fake news. And Gary Gensler, after everybody had lost a ton of money, managed to get around to opening up his Twitter account and releasing the news that it was fake news, which I'm sure he definitely relished in. But the point is, Bitcoin has rallied significantly, but it's also gone through a correction. I want to talk a little bit about the chart, though, because Bitcoin is in great territory right now. In great territory on many different fronts. By the way, if you have not already, make sure to hit the like button. We've got over 800 people watching, but I know that if we go ahead and hit the like button, we can get that up to probably 250 to 300 likes. I think we can hit 300 likes. If only a third of you guys hit the like button, we'll have 300 likes. And if we do hit 300 likes, then I will, I'll give you a cookie. You heard it here first. I'm serious. I'm a man of my word. I will give you a cookie. Get a cookie. You ready? All right, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Bitcoin has been going through a correction ever since that fateful announcement and admission of inaccuracy yesterday. But Bitcoin has fallen to a very interesting level. This resistance zone, this support and resistance zone right here is absolutely critical because it tells us right here that this was the zone that Bitcoin was setting as resistance before. This is the zone that Bitcoin was having difficulty breaking through before. Now Bitcoin is using it as support. That is exactly what we talked about yesterday. If you remember yesterday's stream, I talked about how we would see a small correction back down to support, and then we'd have blast off. Blast off's coming. Don't worry. We have seen two fake news events of the ETF being approved. The first time we rallied $2,000. The second time we rallied $1,000. Both times we rallied $1,000 every 4 minutes, $250 a minute. That was our rate of appreciation. We now have some data we can go off of. 2 times we've seen fake news of an ETF approval, and 2 times have we seen Bitcoin rally several percentage points in several minutes. We'll see the same thing happen when we do actually see the approval. Bitcoin has gone through a breakout. This symmetrical triangle pattern is in great shape. We did break bullish out of it. We pulled back down to this support, to this resistance zone right here. And from here, I think we will bounce because we will likely see an approval later on today. We could also go through a corrective movement down to this uptrending. With all that in mind, let's also talk a little bit about the cryptocurrency, the altcoins. If we get to 300 likes, you get a cookie. We're at 241. We doubled our likes in a minute. All right, guys, it's almost like the ETF was approved here on stream and you guys hit the like button for it. Let's see if we can't get to 300 likes. I know we can do it. Let's go ahead and look at some other markets, though. Ethereum is in wonderful shape. As you can see, it's in the process of this massive breakout that we talked about several weeks ago, over a month ago on Climate of Crypto. It's trading at yearly high right now. This is great territory. Obviously, this is not exactly the best buying opportunity for Ethereum in the short term, but I do still believe that Ethereum will more than 5x from this position moving into the bull market. Ethereum's at 2446 right now. I believe that Ethereum will rally to at least $10,000, which would be a 319% movement. I could even see Ethereum going to $13,000. Based on how much build out is going on ETH and based on the amount of institutional level adoption of Ethereum, I could see it rallying to $13,000, which would be a 446% rally. So, is this a good time to buy ETH? Well, it's not always the best to buy on the green day, but sometimes Green Day wins the Emmy, right? Or the Grammy or whatever the music award is. I don't know. I don't follow those award shows. As you can see right here, Solana still needs to almost triple to get back to all-time high. It's at 92 bucks right now. Very, very, very nice levels to be entering into Solana, to be totally honest with you. Like I said, we need to almost triple to get back to all-time highs. Solana could easily go to $500 to $700 in the bull market. That's a 461% movement to the upside, up to about a 550% movement to the upside. Build out this portfolio while you have the chance. Cardano is going through its foretold correction. If you remember, we made a video, got about 50,000 views on the channel, so you'll be able to find it pretty easily. Our Cardano video, it was several weeks ago, and it was about a month ago, actually, and I foretold of a corrective movement on Cardano that could drop us down to 40 to 50 cents. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing that correction that we talked about. And so Cardano sitting at 50 cents is an incredible opportunity. Cardano almost certainly will go back to all-time high, which would be a 500% rally just to get to all-time high. Cardano could easily go to $5, easily, which would be a 10x from where we are right now. Incredible opportunities await. And also, a cookie awaits, because we managed to hit 321 likes. All right, give me 1 second. Let me find the cookie. There's a cookie emoji in here. I know it. Ha! We're all about wisdom here on the channel, so I'm going to give you a fortune cookie. Boom. Check that out in chat. All right? I said I was going to give you a cookie. I didn't say what kind. Open the cookie, and you guys can tell me in chat what your fortune was. What did the fortune cookie tell you guys? I need to see it in chat. Crispy Crypto Supreme said, give me thy cookie. Yeah, I gave you guys the fortune cookie. You'll have to tell me what it says in chat, and then we'll read some of the responses here a little bit later. Moving on here, guys. Let's look at the SPY. We might look at the SPY here in a minute. Let's look at Link. Oh my gosh. Link Marines represent. Where are my Link Marines? Tell me in chat. Where are my Link Marines? 1431. Pfft, it's nothing. 1431 back to all-time high, 270% movement. That is almost a quadrupling to get back to all-time high. Link could hit 100 bucks. You think I'm wrong? Link could 7x from here. That's only about $50 billion in market cap, not even. Chainlink is one of the most important pieces of technology in the entire blockchain revolution. All right? Chainlink is an incredible piece of technology. I am heavily invested in it, and I hope that you guys have some investment in it as well. Polygon, similar story. Internet computer, yeah, it's gone through a massive rally. Yes, it had how would I say this? A stupid launch. It launched way too high. It never should have launched at $428 or whatever it launched at. But it is an incredible piece of technology, and there's so much that you can do on internet computer itself. So it's doing a great job. It's going to rally substantially. So we've talked about why we believe that a Bitcoin ETF is coming today. We've also talked a little bit about the investment opportunity that we have right now in Bitcoin and the altcoins, because there are major corrections going on. But I really want to spend the rest of the stream doing some more analysis on Bitcoin, and also talking about how we can prepare ourselves for the ETF. This is something that I keep talking about over and over and over again each day with updated news, because ultimately everything that we discuss here is for the purpose of helping you to create a portfolio that will bring you returns in the year of 2024. I know that there are going to be, I suppose I can't say that I know, but I am very confident that we are going to see a major, major, major bull market in 2024, and I want you guys to be prepared for it. But there are many ways that you need to be prepared for a bull market, not just by creating an investment portfolio. You also need to invest in your education. You also need to invest in your security. And that, my friends, is why we partnered with NordVPN. If you guys have not already signed up for NordVPN, I think you're missing out. And the reason I believe you're missing out is because it's absolutely critical. It is mission critical that we maintain security architecture that will help to keep us safe during the coming bull market. You don't want to be like little Johnny from our last episode and have Christmas ruined because your dad, or in this case you, because you're probably the dad, made a bunch of money, got everybody's hopes up, and then clicked on the wrong email, buy 728 grand, buy 435 grand. I know you guys. Most of you have most of your money in self-custody, and good. But that does bring with it some risk. And so you want to, as with anything, mitigate your risk, maximize your reward. I'm teaching you in this stream how to maximize your returns by creating a portfolio that will bring dividends to you. Not literal dividends. No cryptocurrencies pay out dividends, but returns. But I want you to mitigate risk by signing up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below. Very excited to have NordVPN as a sponsor, and they are loving working with us, by the way. We're in negotiation to have them as a long-term sponsor today, and I'm very excited for that. So thank you guys for all of your continued support. We've almost got 400 likes. If we can get to 600 likes, I'll give you another cookie. Let's read chat for a second, and then we're going to jump into technical analysis on Bitcoin, and then we are going to move into talking about how we can prepare ourselves for this coming bull market. Let's do it. All right. Let's see. Close the emoji window. Good look, Jeb. Cookie worth it. Yeah, let's see what the cookie said. Roflath said, you will sell too early is what the cookie said. Oh, man. Man. Okay. All right. Well, you know, you can there's still time. I guess. I don't know. Does what a fortune cookie, is that like locked in stone? I don't think so, right? I think you can do that. So just, there you go. Take your profit. Be careful. All right. Narcotic. Somebody's playing Nar on the top lane. Said, buy Caspa. Yeah, fair enough. Daniel J says, it said Gary will have a sad day today. Wah, wah. Poor guy. Cookie said, ETF approved. Woo! Mike Goats. Man, you got a really good fortune cookie. Yours says, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Amen. Love it. Let's see. A baby girl and Jeb, you have the blessings to be a godfather. Oh, wow. Oh, well, that's cool. I hope I'll be a good one. I'm not sure. I think you're referring to a previous message. I don't see it. Once again, you will manage to sell too early and miss out, Rufflath said. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, see, that's where you can take some of the principal and you can let the house money ride. That's one of the things I recommend for people to do. Crispy Crypto Supreme said, Jeb, you're the best, man. Appreciate your dedication and guidance, brother. Well, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. I'm definitely not the best, but I do try and get better every day. And if you try and get better every day, it doesn't take that many decades to get to be pretty good. Takes time. This year, I will have been in the crypto markets for 7 years. Jeb, didn't we start dropping before fake tweet announcement? Kinda, but we're mostly trading sideways. Carlos Mejia said, good morning, Jeb. And to all you visitors, yes, good morning, all of our visitors. If you're new here, my name is Jeb McAfee. I've been working in the cryptocurrency space, as you just heard, for almost 7 years. I started out in cryptocurrency in 2017 as a wee little lad of 17 years old. And I decided this is going to be big. And I want to be here and know a thing or two about cryptocurrency so that when the masses pour in, because I knew it would happen. I was very confident from pretty much day one that this was going to revolutionize global finance, with not really much background in economics other than watching some like real life lore videos or something, you know. This is 7 years ago. I was a teenager in high school. Like, this is going to change the way the world works. This is the next iteration of finance. And I want to learn as much as I can about it now. Again, this 2017 Jeb talking, so that when it starts to go mainstream, I am in a position where I can help teach other people, because at that point I will have some veterancy and some authority on the subject. And that's where I am now. I get to share with you guys what I know about technical analysis, what I know about the markets, and that is a very, very wonderful and incredible place to be. And I'm so thankful for all of you guys for being there. The cookie said, become a blockchain crypto disciple. All right. ETF about to change the world, baby. Baby bears will be absolutely demolished together with salty Gary. Poor Gary. Poor Gary. He tried. Chance Nelson donated a whole diamond. Who sees that in chat? Thank you very much, Chance Nelson. I will cherish that. I will give that to my brother, who is an engineer, and I'm sure he would love to have that so he can make a diamond tip drill bit, because that's the kind of guy he is. So thank you so much for the diamond there, Chance Nelson. I've never been given a diamond before. Hopefully everybody else can see that. Thank you very much. SEC announcement most likely after market close. Gary holding on until last minute. Yeah, he might be. Yes. Wow, so you're a fortune cookie with knowledge of the future. Listen, I can make predictions about the future. And a lot of times they're on point. But been wrong before, be wrong again. But I'm going to do my very best to bring you guys high quality educational and informational content every single day. I've been watching since the keyboard behind you, Chris Martin said. Thank you. Shadrach Frost said, Fortune Cookie said, sign up for CT2A and invest in your education. Yes, if you guys don't know about the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, I'll tell you about it real quick, and then we're going to jump into some technical analysis, so stay tuned. If you do not know about the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, I have been doing technical analysis on cryptocurrency markets for the better part of a decade of technical analysis. If you master the ability to read charts, read the markets, and understand what's going to happen next through your technical analysis, if you understand how to analyze the market through your analysis, then you will be in prime territory to make a significant amount of money moving into the cryptocurrency space. And the time is now, by the way. It takes time to learn things. I have set it as my mission to make learning technical analysis as simple as possible, because many of you guys have full-time jobs, wife or husband, kids, community, family, house you got to manage, all of these different things you have going on. It's been my job to distill the tens of thousands of hours, and I do mean tens of thousands of hours that I've put into learning technical analysis over the course of the last 6.5 years into a product, into an academy, into a place where we can learn about it together in a way that will take a lot less time than it took me. I taught myself technical analysis, and you know what? It took me years on years on years, and I believe that I can save you a lot of time with the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, so make sure you sign up for CT2A with the link in the description box down below. Grand Roofing Incorporated said, hey Jeb, hashtag CT2A, hashtag FinSov. All right, let's jump straight on into some technical analysis. Really appreciate all 1,400 people for being here today. If you've not already, hit that like button on the way in or on the way out, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel for daily content on cryptocurrency markets. Let's jump into some Bitcoin, and then we will continue to talk about portfolio management so we know how to be ready for this coming bull market, because I want you guys to make life-changing wealth and store up during the summer that you don't have to be a beggar and a pauper in the winter. That's what the Bible says a wise man will do. Summer is coming. Store up now for when things are more bleak, because a winter could always be right around the corner. Right now, Bitcoin is coming back and testing a support zone between 44.3 and 44.7. This support zone represents the resistance zone of this symmetrical triangle pattern, which we found ourselves in not that long ago. We broke bullish out of it just a few days ago, and our corrective movement down to test it as support is likely simply a bit of concern that people have that the bulls are not going to be able to hold on because the ETF may be denied. I believe that the ETF will be approved, and as one commenter said in chat just a moment ago, I believe that it may be towards the end of the trading day as Gary Gensler tries to hold on as long as possible, and he also probably wants to mitigate any impact on the open markets over on the stock market. Unfortunately for him, cryptocurrency markets trade 24/7. Nevertheless, this does present bearishness. Naturally, the bears have some degree of strength, so let's go ahead and analyze it. It almost feels like a break day. Who remembers back to school when your teacher would be sick or it's the last day of school and you're thinking to yourself, man, it's one of those days, it's like a free day. It feels like a free day right now. Because what am I supposed to get on here and say? The technical analysis is important, but this is one of those 1 in 100 times where we need to read the technical analysis, but we also know things are about to get thrown on their head because we're about to have a decision. We're about to have a decision today. That's why we're talking mostly about portfolio today. Nevertheless, looking at the technical analysis just for practice and just to know what's going on moving into decision, we've got bullish MACD cross hopefully coming in here on the hourly chart. We've got RSI that's been well below the 14 interval moving average for a time. We've dropped all the way down to test 33 as our bottom, about 32 as our bottom. We do look to be rounding out and likely about to break bullish there. The hourly chart from MACD and RSI is looking exceptionally bullish. From a price action standpoint, we did have one final leg down here, but we do have a green, red, green, which is a bullish factor in its own right. If we bring out our VRVP, then we will be able to see that Bitcoin is well above much of its VRVP support. The point of control is likely going to be right about here. Let's see it update. Come on. Oh, man, look at that. I love chart vision. I love it. Didn't pre-analyze that. The VRVP is right there, and Bitcoin is right above it. You can see that Bitcoin is corrected all the way back down to the VRVP baseline of support right around $44,200. VRVP, the visible range volume profile, acts as a support or resistance bulwark based on previous price action, and it is built on all of the price action that we have witnessed back in the last month of December. Pulling back down to about 44.2 and bouncing off of it gives us an incredibly strong springboard and a great buying opportunity moving into this new approval season. We're almost certainly going to see an approval, and when we do, Bitcoin will be bouncing off of these levels. If you're looking to load up on Bitcoin before the decision, and I do say before the decision and not before the approval because we don't know for sure it will be an approval, but it more than likely will be, moving into that decision deadline, if you want to load up on Bitcoin, now would be the time to do so. It is going to be very sad for many people that took position in Bitcoin right now trying to trade this, that moved into a position before the ETF is approved. And I do want you to know that if you do go into a position before the ETF is approved, be very careful, because that does carry with it a degree of risk. I will let you know right now, I'm not trading the approval. I already have my position in Bitcoin, and it is such a volatile movement that I'm not personally going to take the risk on making a trade based off of the likelihood of the decision. What I am doing, though, is I'm using this as a prime opportunity to load up on more investment. So, with that in mind, let's also look at Lux Algo here. You can see that Lux Algo is giving us a substantial buy signal. There was a buy signal back here on Monday the 8th. We've been under that buy signal ever since. And even out on the daily chart, we are likewise under a buy signal and have been for quite some time. I did have the pleasure last Friday of meeting the man that developed the Lux Algo technical indicator from the very beginning. And that guy is an absolute legend. This technical indicator has so much backing behind it. And I'm also very excited to let you guys know that we are working on a collaborative indicator between CryptoJeb, myself, and Lux Algo. And the man, the myth, the legend that developed the technical indicator that is Lux Algo Premium is the one that is also developing the CryptoJeb technical indicator. It was my idea. I've given a lot of feedback. I've been working through the development process with them, but I'm not a developer, so we're working in tandem, and I'm really excited. Sean, the founder of Lux Algo, looked at it, and he was just like, whoa, this is like, he was like a kid in a candy shop. I mean, he founded Lux Algo, so of course he loves indicators. He's like, man, look at this. Look at that. He's doing so great. You guys are not going to want to miss this technical indicator that Lux Algo and I are developing. I am hoping that it will be out very, very soon. We are there's like one last iteration that we're putting on things. But if you sign up for Lux Algo with the link in the description box down below, not only will you be getting access to a technical indicator that did this, buy signal right here, take profit between 46.5 and 49.2. We hit it dead smack dab in the middle. Look at that. Look at that. We put the midline at 47.7. That is exactly where we went. Don't believe me? Just watch. To quote the poet, gosh, what's his name? Oh man, I ruined it. What's his name? You guys know his name. Anyway, don't believe me, just watch. The buy signal came in Lux Algo, the main technical indicator. It's not some junior intern that developed the CryptoJeb indicator. It is the lead developer of Lux Algo putting that together. Can't wait for that. Anyway, Bitcoin hit that take profit. That's wonderful. We've obviously got a lot of bullish momentum. Just sometimes it helps to hit this button down here. You can't see it because it's off screen, but it's right here. It's right. See my mouse? It's right there. It's this little button. In fact, it might hide all drawings. There you go. Hide all drawings. It's nice to do that sometimes because the foundation of technical analysis is just looking at the candles, right? And that doesn't hide indicators either, which is nice. So you can switch back and forth between drawings and indicators. But the thing that's nice about this view is that it gives us this perspective that the market's starting to set higher highs and higher lows. You can even see the beginnings of the next movement. You can see right here, I go into a chart that doesn't have too many drawings. You can see the sideways action here, and then you can see the ascending action right here. And again, if I hide the drawings, hopefully that's very apparent there, right? Bitcoin is starting something very significant, and it's not going to stop for a long time. As I mentioned in the stream the other day, I do believe that we are going to see Bitcoin begin an all-time high return very soon. And so if you're trying to take position, if you're trying to load up on Bitcoin, if you're trying to deploy more capital into the cryptocurrency space, you'd best get on with it. Because a denial can happen, and you know what? Bitcoin's probably going to 31.8 if that happens. Whew, yeah, that's kind of scary. Not really. But I get it. If it gets denied, $31,800. That's my Bitcoin price prediction. Whoa, Jeb's not just a permabull? Really? Jeb can say Bitcoin can go down? Yeah, I can do that. Watch, $31,800. How's that for bearishness? But I do think an approval will happen, and if it does, Bitcoin is probably going all the way back to all-time high within a couple of weeks. What's my basis for that? Well, every market in history. How's that for a basis? Bitcoin at $13,000 rallied the last 50% of the way up to all-time high in a month. In a month, Bitcoin rallied from this high, which was set 2 years earlier, let's put this right here, at $13,700 in June of 2019. A year and a half later, we break that, and we're back at all-time high within 25 days. That's what we're about to see happen. But wait a minute, Jeb, that's not enough data. Oh, come on. That's not the only time that Bitcoin's ever done that, right? Right? Well, when Bitcoin broke this resistance level, 782, and the all-time high was 1200. We set a resistance level here, June, again, something about June, of 2016. Once we finally broke that level, we rallied from that last level of resistance back to all-time high resistance at 1200, that resistance at 782. Once we finally broke that on the 18th of December 2018, we hit all-time high within 18 days. There is a magnetism, guys, to all-time high runs. There's a magnetic attraction. If you don't believe me again, we'll go back to 2012, if you can even consider this to be market that we would want to do analysis on, because it's so far ago. Once we broke our final resistance of $14, that's right, Bitcoin used to trade at $14. Once we broke our final resistance of $14, it took Bitcoin 42 days to more than double to the massive new local highs of $32 and returned to all-time high. 42 days. Never in history, after Bitcoin got within 25 to 30% of all-time high, did it take more than 60 days for it to return to all-time high. With an ETF, you expect me to believe it's going to be any different? No. So my prediction, which I'm going to make today, this is the first time I'm saying this, but I'm going to make it today. My prediction is that by the end of March, Bitcoin will be trading at $70,000. And I also believe many of your favorite altcoins will have doubled by then. So, again, with all of that in mind, how do we prepare? If you're not already in position with Bitcoin, based on what I just said, if you believe that's accurate, again, make your own investment decisions for yourself. But if that's the case, and I believe it will be, then you are running out of time. I don't mean to put used car salesman sell pressure on you. Buy pressure, I guess. But I do need to share the facts with you, Jack, that there is likely to be a very large rally coming. So, let's pay very close attention to the news over the next 24 to 48 hours, because I do believe a massive rally is coming. And also, if you've not built an altcoin portfolio, you've got time. There's a huge correction going on right now. So if you've not gotten a 50-cent Cardano, if you've not gotten a $94 Solana, if you've not gotten a, 55-cent XRP, if you've not gotten a $7 Polkadot, if you've not gotten a $12 ICP, I know those levels sound high. I know, I can hear the pride. I can hear the pride. Well, I don't buy on green days. It's up so much over the last 3 months. Yeah, you know what? But we can't go back in time. And I'm not making fun of you. Listen, I do it too. All right? I love you. But I can hear it. I can hear it. I can hear it. I hear it out of one of you guys in particular. I don't buy on green days. Well, sometimes all you get are green days. So sometimes you should buy on green days. Right now, yeah, it's a green day for many of the altcoins. But at the end of the day, this might be the most red day you're going to see for a very long time. Garrett Visor said, sell me a Prius, Jeb. I'm sorry, I couldn't if I tried. I do not like Priuses. I don't know, man. Why is it always Prius drivers that don't know how to drive? I don't know. What's the deal with that? What's the deal with airline food? The modern day equivalent of that is, what's the deal with Priuses? What's the deal with Prius drivers? All right. This resembles the gold spot ETF market. Ruined. Ain't moved since the last pump. It's scary. Yeah. Gold rallied almost quadrupled, actually more than quadrupled in 7 to 8 years after the ETF was approved. I do see the similarities, but I don't see the bad in it. I don't think Bitcoin's going to trade sideways like that, the way that gold has. Gold has had 6,000 years to reach price stability. Bitcoin is not there yet. That being said, in 20 years, yeah, the returns on Bitcoin are going to be way smaller because it will have reached it. It will have made it, which is why another reason to say we need to go ahead and hurry up. Buy before or after approval. If you're investing before, if you're trading, if you can try and put a trade in right after it's approved. You're going to miss the initial jump. But like I said, I think in the next 3 months, Bitcoin will be at 70K. So do with that what you will. If you're making an investment, I don't know if I would wait personally. What's the worst thing that happens? We get denied and we drop 20, 25, 30%, and then we go back into a rally in 6 months because of the halving. So what? All right. Stock markets are at all-time high with high interest rates, and the same highs when rates were zero and the Fed pivots market dump, including crypto. As we speak, the main core developer just tweeted how BRC is coded out. CK, what BTC core developers say. Right. As far as the Fed is concerned, we're looking at interest rate drops, which historically has always been a very bullish thing for the cryptocurrency market. Cookie said, trust your gut and don't forget the stop loss. Yeah, that's a pretty good thing to go for. Make sure that if you're trusting your gut, that gut knows what it's talking about. Because I typically leave that intuition portion. We talk about intuition, otherwise known as trusting your gut. I used to call it gut instinct, but gut feeling. But people were like, "Oh, Jeb, that's so unprofessional. I thought you were teaching us technical analysis. Why are you talking about your gut?" You know, I changed it to intuition just so that it sounded a little bit more professional. You know, in suit and tie, right? But intuition. You need to teach yourself intuition. I'm glad you mentioned that because an entire video over here in the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. If you guys are not familiar with CT2A, I believe you're missing out. And the reason is because in CT2A, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know to master technical analysis. And I do believe that mastery of technical analysis will be the defining step that you will take to making it in this market, to becoming successful in the cryptocurrency space in 2024. If you have not already signed up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, you should. The link's in the description box down below. Why? Well, we've been helping students for over 5 years. We've helped over 5,000 students over the course of the last 5 years to learn technical analysis, to master technical analysis, so that they are able to go on and create life-changing wealth for them, their families, and their communities. So if you have not already signed up for CT2A, and learn from what I believe to be the best technical analysis academy in the entire industry, then make sure to sign up with the link in the description box down below. And by the way, let's see if we can't get to 1,000 likes before we wrap out the stream. We're going to go for a few more minutes. PJ Cornell donated $5, said, Sol looks a lot better here than it did. Yes, it does. I'm excited to see that correction on Sol. It needed it. Sol needed to cool off a little bit. And it has. And I'm honestly relatively interested in getting some more. Now, as far as the charting is concerned, it was very obvious that this was a level of resistance Sol was going to go to. It went to exactly the 0.786 level. That's technical analysis at play right there, guys. We teach about Fibonacci, right? We hit the Fibonacci level. Now we're falling back down to this uptrending level of support and the 0.618 to 0.65% support zone. That's great. Solana probably won't go back below, $70 ever again. Might not even go below 80. These are great buying opportunities for Solana. Are you buying in the green? Kind of. Sometimes you got to do that because that's all you're going to see. That's where we are right now. $45K in Bitcoin or $45K in Solana, which would be better? Neither. Don't do that. Don't go all in on one thing unless you're going in on Bitcoin. Never, ever, 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 ever go all in on one cryptocurrency unless it's Bitcoin. I don't care if you think you can make more returns in Solana. The risk is too great. If you're going to invest in the altcoins, you need to do it in a diversified way. As Pew Pew Poom 2 said, the best, simplest thing you could do is put half in both. But I would recommend putting investment into more coins than just the two. I think that diversifying into at least 10 coins for the bull market would be a very, very, very wise decision. And I would recommend having at least 30 to 40% of it in Bitcoin alone. And hold that not just for the bull market, but indefinitely, so that in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you are sitting on a large amount of Bitcoin when it's trading at $500,000 to $1 million. And it probably will stabilize up there. And you might see 15 to 20% annual returns. And it might start looking like the gold market. It might start looking like S&P in 15 years. But that's not where we are right now. Right now, we're in the wild west of tech innovation. And we're looking at an incredible technological and blockchain-based revolution. So I would recommend holding on to Bitcoin for a very long time. What's your indicator going to be called? We haven't made a decision just yet. Not sure. We haven't decided yet. I was just talking about that this morning, but I'm very excited about it. All right. Will BNB go up this month? Probably. Hey, Jeb, it's been a minute. Glad to see you're still at it. North Fresh Coffee Roasters. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a couple of years. All right. I'm going to read a couple more chats, and then we're going to wrap it out. And I will see you guys after the approval, probably. Well, we'll record an afternoon video, but there we go. Let's see here. What do you think about Chainlink? I think it's going to do very well. Let's see. Here's a great question that we'll wrap it out with. Superman13 said, at CryptoJeb, with ETF approved and institutional investors, are the days of 90% crashes and long bear markets over? For Bitcoin, I don't think they're over, but I think they're numbered. I think we might see one more like 60% bear market or something. The last bear market was 77%. The bear market before that was 84%, 86%. The one before that was 88%, 87%. I think it was 85 and then 86. But nevertheless, the point is, those kind of bear markets, I do believe, are largely over. I think you're going to see a lot more leveled investment. That being said, the altcoins, nah. Nope. The altcoins got a lot more bull and bear market cycles in them. That's why if you're trying to do something for a cycle, it's really the altcoins. That's where it is. That's where it is now. Bitcoin, long-term hold. Altcoins, trade for the bull market. Trade for the bear market. Some of them, if you believe in them for the next 10 years, hold on to them for the next 10 years. Most of what I'm in right now on altcoins, I'm trying to take position in, and maybe like 10, 20% of my initial position I'll hold forever on some of them, not even on all of them. But most of them, I'm selling at the top. Jeb's the CME gap need to be filled. Nope. A lot of times they are, but nope, they do not have to be filled. All right. Oh, my favorite talented young man. Well, thank you, Imrez. Thank you. Cookie indicator. There you go. What's taking the SEC so long? Well, it's kind of like when I tell my 3-year-old to pick up his blocks and he just really like no wanna. That's what's going on. It's I know wanna syndrome. It's I know wanna. I'm just kidding. My son doesn't do that. He's actually really good about that. The only reason I would make that joke is because my son is like so incredibly good at picking up his toys. Like this kid is on point picking up his toys. Really good at it. So I'm actually kind of just making a joke about 3-year-olds in general, not about mine, because we're very blessed. Our son is like, I actually kind of wonder sometimes if our son has OCD, because he's like, we got to clean up. He's like, we clean up his room, and I don't clean up his room. I say, hey, you clean up your room, and I help him. I show him where to put stuff. He gets to the end, he's like, he literally just flops on his bed and goes, ah, so peaceful, Daddy. So it's kind of like most 3-year-olds clean up your block, and I don't want to. That's why the SEC is taking so long. Kevin T. Hoff. When is it supposed to be approved? Day after the market close. Technically, they have by 11:59 p.m. today to issue an approval or a denial of the ARK shares ETF. So it could be post-market hours, and it probably will be. ETH is so strong right now, better than Bitcoin. It is very strong. Does my kid have Bitcoin? My kid loves Bitcoin. He doesn't have a clue what it is, but he loves it. I have an audio recording of him saying that he loves Bitcoin. I do. My son Malachi, raising up a Bitcoiner. All right, guys, I do have to wrap it out. Have gone over today, but it's been a great stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We got more content coming. Make sure if you have not already to sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy with the link in the description box down below. And also make sure to sign up for NordVPN so you can protect yourself during the coming bull market. The last thing you want is to get hacked in the middle of the bull market, lose your entire position, and be scrambling in the middle of one of the biggest bull markets in human history to try and find out how to recover some kind of position and make some kind of profit in the market. Sign up for NordVPN right there. Sign up for NordVPN with the link in the description box down below today, and make sure that you are protected for the coming bull market. And also make sure to sign up for LuxAlgo, because if you do sign up for LuxAlgo, you will be getting access to LuxAlgo's incredible world-class suite of technical indicators, but you will also be getting exclusive access because you signed up with our link to the CryptoJeb LuxAlgo technical indicator that is coming. We are going to come up with a better name for it than that, I do believe. But stay tuned, because it is really, really, really good. The indicator itself is done. We're doing a couple more tweaks on just kind of the way it looks and everything to make it really readable. But it's a great indicator. I'm really impressed with it. And I think it's going to be great. So make sure to sign up for those down below. Get ready for the bull market, because it's going to be crazy. And I will see you guys soon. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.